Harry and I had to grow up in, and I'll do everything I can to make sure we don't regress in that situation.
It sounds like the monarchy will be shifting in a slightly different direction.
I want to create a world in which my son is proud of what we do.
Reports have surfaced claiming that Prince William is calling for both Meghan Markle and Sarah Ferguson to be far removed from royal life, seeing both women as potential threats to the Crown's reputation. According to royal sources cited by the Mail on Sunday and shared in IB Times, William allegedly believes Meghan and Sarah represent the same problem in two different forms: independent, unpredictable, and capable of dominating headlines that should belong to the monarchy itself. It's a bold claim that touches on deep royal insecurities, the struggle for control, the fear of scandal, and the ongoing battle over who gets to define the future of the British monarchy. In this story, we'll unpack exactly what's being alleged, explore the motives behind this supposed royal strategy, and examine the scandals that made William see these two duchesses as his biggest threat.
Even when Will and Kate came over, and I had met her for the first time they came over for dinner, I remember I was in ripped jeans and I was barefoot. It's like I was a hugger. I've always been a hugger. I didn't realize that is really jarring for a lot of Brits. I guess I'd started to understand very quickly that the formality on the outside.
Inside Report suggests that William has grown increasingly wary of both Meghan Markle and Sarah Ferguson, two women who, in very different ways, have stepped beyond traditional royal boundaries. His patience is dwindling, and he's urging King Charles to take drastic measures. A column by royal editor Emily Andrews claims that William views both Meghan and Fergie as disruptive influences. Their actions, public visibility, and willingness to engage with the media are said to risk undermining the carefully controlled image of the monarchy. In particular, Meghan's openness about her time within the royal family and her continued high-profile work in Hollywood reportedly makes senior royals nervous. Meanwhile, Sarah Ferguson's long history of controversy and her close proximity to Prince Andrew's ongoing scandals have allegedly made her a liability.
But I wonder, she'd probably be funnier. No, I think I'd be funnier. And her boys are really special boys. What I'm thrilled about is seeing Harry so happy. And he's got his lovely wife and he's got beautiful children. He deserves to be loved.
The article goes as far as to suggest that William wants both women kept at arm's length, with no future involvement in royal events. It's a claim that, if true, exposes just how fragile royal image management has become in an era where family secrets can no longer be neatly hidden behind palace walls. To understand why William might allegedly feel this way, it's worth looking at the two women in question. First, Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. Once hailed as a modernising force within the monarchy, Meghan's arrival seemed to promise diversity, progress, and fresh energy. But what began as a fairy tale quickly devolved into friction. Accusations of palace briefings, tabloid harassment, and internal power struggles culminated in the infamous Megxit, when Meghan and Prince Harry stepped back from royal duties and relocated to California. Since then, Meghan has continued to thrive in the public eye, producing Netflix documentaries, launching podcasts, and attending global events.
It's unbelievable how she created this whole racial firestorm for the royal family. She sat with Oprah. She clearly injected the issue of race. They were concerned about the color of my baby's skin. Turned out to be BS.
She has crafted her own narrative, one separate from the crown, which the article suggests is precisely what alarms William. Her independence, influence, and global reach, once considered assets, are now viewed as potential threats to royal authority. Then there's Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York. She entered the royal scene decades earlier, with charm, humour, and an infectious personality. Yet Fergie's tenure within the firm was marred by scandal, from financial missteps to tabloid controversies. Though she divorced Prince Andrew in the 1990s, she never truly left the royal orbit, continuing to live at Royal Lodge with him and occasionally representing herself as part of the extended family.
Sarah Fergie Ferguson says she totally understands why the royal family didn't invite her to Prince William and Kate Middleton's wedding back in 2011. The 61-year-old Duchess of York is the ex-wife of Prince Andrew and the mother to William's cousins, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie.
Her involvement in public projects, her frequent interviews, and her tendency to speak candidly about royal life have long caused discomfort within the palace. According to the report, William is said to see parallels between Meghan and Fergie, both strong-willed, media-savvy women whose actions can easily steal the spotlight and generate unwanted attention. The question is, why would Prince William care so deeply? At first glance, the answer seems simple: control. As the heir to the throne, William's role is to preserve the monarchy's stability and reputation. Every headline, every photograph, every soundbite has the power to shape public opinion. William has reportedly become increasingly protective of the monarchy's image under King Charles's reign.
Jason North, a former royal aide who accused Meghan Markle of bullying, he's appointed this dude as the CEO of his green charity, the Earthshot Prize. This looks like an unequivocal message to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle from Prince William.
The royal family has been battered by years of scandal. Harry and Meghan's public interviews, Andrew's disgrace, Fergie's financial controversies, and even questions about Charles's popularity. To William, ensuring that the monarchy presents a united, dignified image may feel less like vanity and more like survival. Both Meghan and Fergie operate outside those boundaries. Meghan uses her platform to speak on politics, social justice, and personal grievances, topics the monarchy avoids. Fergie often revives royal connections in interviews or book launches, reminding the public of past embarrassments. From William's perspective, this may not be about personal dislike, but about drawing clear lines between working royals, who represent the institution, and private figures, who use royal titles for personal gain.
Has reportedly enraged heir to the throne, Prince William, who wants to officially strip their behinds of the title once and for all.
It's a modern continuation of a centuries-old royal rule: control the narrative or risk losing the crown's authority. Royal history is filled with examples of family members quietly pushed aside for being too much. The Duke and Duchess of Windsor after Edward VIII's abdication, Princess Diana after her separation from Charles, Prince Andrew following his scandal. The royal system is built to protect itself, even at the expense of individuals who fall out of line. So while there may be no signed memo from William declaring war on Meghan and Fergie, the underlying theme, self-preservation through exclusion, is entirely believable. The British public remains divided. To some, William's supposed stance seems justified, an effort to maintain dignity and distance the monarchy from controversy. To others, it feels like history repeating itself, another example of women being punished for refusing to stay silent. Meghan's supporters argue that she was mistreated by the institution and deserves her independence. Ferguson's defenders point out that she has worked hard to rebuild her reputation through charity and resilience. In contrast, traditional royalists see both women as cautionary tales, proof of what happens when individuals place personal ambition above the monarchy's collective identity. The truth may lie somewhere in between, a complex power struggle between old-world control and modern freedom. If William truly is pushing for distance, there are risks. Attempts to silence or marginalise outspoken figures often backfire. The more the palace tries to ignore Meghan or Fergie, the more they dominate headlines. Exclusion breeds curiosity. Silence fuels speculation. There's also the generational shift to consider. Younger audiences are less deferential to royal hierarchy and more sympathetic to individuals who challenge power. Meghan's popularity among international viewers and Fergie's enduring relatability both speak to that shift. By trying to protect the monarchy's image, William may unintentionally make the crown seem outdated, rigid, unyielding, and fearful of transparency. It's also possible that the media has exaggerated William's intentions. The idea of a banishment fits too neatly into the narrative the tabloids love: a prince tightening his grip, women cast as troublemakers. It could be that William's caution has been misconstrued as hostility. He may simply want clearer boundaries about who represents the crown, not personal vendettas. After all, Both Meghan and Fergie have proven they can speak for themselves, and sometimes that alone is enough to unsettle palace officials. The royal machine is built on message discipline. When someone operates outside of it, even harmlessly, the media interprets it as rebellion. Beyond the gossip, this story reflects the deeper problem facing the monarchy today: relevance. King Charles has emphasized a slimmed-down royal family. Fewer public faces, fewer working members, more control over who represents the crown. But that approach creates gaps. When charismatic figures like Meghan or Fergie dominate attention, it exposes how dependent the monarchy is on personality to stay interesting. William's focus on structure and discipline makes sense strategically, yet charisma, individuality, and human emotion, the very qualities Meghan and Fergie embody, are what keep the public engaged. It's the monarchy's eternal contradiction. It needs individuals to inspire loyalty, but it punishes them when they outshine the institution. For William, the stakes are personal. He grew up watching the media destroy his mother, Princess Diana. He saw how scandals consumed his Uncle Andrew, and how Fergie's name became tabloid shorthand for embarrassment. He's also witnessed how Meghan and Harry's exit reshaped the royal narrative worldwide. Those experiences likely shaped his instincts to protect, to control, to avoid chaos. But in trying to secure the future, he may be repeating the mistakes of the past. History has shown that suppression never truly works. The voices the palace tries hardest to silence often become the ones history remembers most clearly. So, is it true? What's next? Will Prince William ensure Meghan Markle and Sarah Ferguson are officially out of royal circles? Whether or not William has personally directed such efforts, the sentiment behind the claim rings true to the royal institution itself. Protect the brand, limit the noise, and preserve the crown at all costs. But in an age where information is instant and influence is digital, that strategy may no longer work. The monarchy can control invitations, titles, and appearances, but it can't control public opinion, social media, or the global spotlight. This alleged quiet war between William, Meghan, and Fergie isn't just about personalities, it's about power. Who gets to shape the royal story in the 21st century? The palace, or the individuals who lived within its walls? If William truly believes that Meghan Markle and Sarah Ferguson pose a threat to the monarchy, it might not be because they seek to destroy it, but because they remind the world that the crown is not untouchable. The monarchy has survived wars, divorces, and scandals, but its greatest challenge may be learning how to coexist with those who refuse to be silenced.